Before I start, I want to share a little story about one day when I went to Sandy Beach. Um, when I got to the beach, the waves are 15 to 20 foot high, and disregard of all the warnings and all the hazards, I decided to proceed and went in the water to attempt to boogie board like the locals. And while in the water, I noticed that I started to drift away from the shore, and I tried to swim back to shore, but I was unsuccessful because of the strong current. And about 10 minutes later, I'm about 200 meters away from the shore, and I was in the water for almost half an hour, struggling trying to get back in the shore, and finally managed to figure out how to ride the waves and get back to the shore. And luckily, I was able to get back to the shore unharmed. And after that experience, I told myself that I'll never underestimate the nature, the power of nature ever again. So today we will discuss the importance of safety. I'll talk about the common hazards in our daily activities within this discussion. I'm gonna cover the definition of safety, the risk and prevention precautions of driving and under the influence of alcohol, driving with no seatbelt, and water safety. My main resources were Merriam-Webster's Dictionary and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Okay, let's begin by answering the question, what is the meaning of safety? According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, definition of safety is the condition of being safe from undergoing or causing hurt, injury, or loss. In everything we do, we should always consider safety first. I believe that the three most common safety issues here in Hawaii were driving under the influence of alcohol, driving with no seatbelt, and water safety. First, I want to cover the most common safety issue, which is the driving under the influence of alcohol. Based on the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, impaired driving data and statistics. Every day, almost 30 people in the United States die in motor vehicle crashes that involve an alcohol-impaired driver. This amounts to one death every 48 minutes. The annual cost of alcohol-related crashes totals more than $51 billion. Thankfully, there are effective safety measures that can help prevent injuries and deaths from alcohol-impaired driving or driving. Okay. And here are some safety measures that you should consider. First, when you plan to head out and drink or party, you should always make a plan on how to get back home safe. With considering coming back home safe other than driving. Second, always have a responsible buddy or designated driver. And the third one, which I think is the smartest one and safest one, is whenever you decide to drink, just don't drive. Period. Okay. And the second safety concern I want to cover is people driving with no seatbelt. Okay. Based on the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, seatbelts fact sheet, motor vehicle crashes are the leading cause of death among those ages 5 to 34 in the U.S. Okay. And as we know, motor vehicle crashes are a major public health problem. And to reduce fatality during these types of events, everyone should, one, use a seatbelt on every trip, no matter how short. Okay? And another one is encourage everyone in the car to buckle up, including those in the back seat. Okay? And last but not least that I want to cover is the water safety. According to Center for Disease Control and Prevention, unintentional drowning facts, every day about 10 people die from unintentional drowning. Of these, 2 are children aged on 14 and younger. Drowning ranked fifth from the leading causes of unintentional injury or death in the United States. From 2005 to 2009, there were an average of 3,533 fatal unintentional drownings annually in the United States, and this is about 10 deaths per day. Okay, and to help you stay safe in the water, here are some safety tips to consider. Always supervise when in or around the water. Use the buddy system. Learn to swim. Avoid alcohol. Okay. Keep in mind that air-filled or foam toys are not safety devices. It's not a safety device. Okay. Know how to prevent recreational water elements. Know the local weather conditions and forecast before swimming or boating. Okay. To recap, today we discussed about the definition of safety, the, the risks and precautions of driving under the influence of alcohol, driving with no seatbelt, and water safety. Okay, and after all the topics that we just discussed, in whatever activity you do, I want you to keep this in mind. Okay, stay safe, stay alive. Okay. Thank you.